Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about the death of Mixer. For those few of you that haven't heard, Mixer is officially dead. They announced it this morning via Twitter, which is kind of a weird way to announce this, that the whole platform is shutting down, that Facebook is going to take in all the partners, and Microsoft is just going to partner with Facebook Gaming. For those of you that are unfamiliar, Mixer is sort of the dark horse in the streaming platform race. It's smaller than Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, and it was the Microsoft platform. And it's where I've been streaming for a little bit over 2 years now. So I used to stream a ton here on YouTube Gaming, and then I did Twitch when YouTube Gaming wasn't working well. And then Mixer offered to buy me out with a special contract, which of course I accepted. Now, I was never particularly successful on Mixer, I believe. I never got anywhere close to my Twitch or YouTube viewership, but it's just a harder platform to work on. But I've been working on it really hard. I've been growing, and I've actually got up to a consistent 100, 120 viewers, which I know for a channel with millions of subs like this, you guys will immediately start dogging on me and tell me that's pathetic or terrible. It was actually quite good for Mixer. I also got, a good amount of subs and a good amount of consistent income. And then I just wake up this morning and the whole platform is sold and everything is canceled. Now, it's not, my contract isn't exactly canceled. I'm not a Mixer streamer because Mixer's not going to exist in 1 month, but instead the contract that I have has been bought by Facebook, so they have to honor it 1-to-1, whatever it is. And you've probably seen this already going on Twitter with Ninja and Shroud getting bought out and being free agents again and maybe coming back to Twitch. And I don't know what kind of huge announcement is coming. But this has been chaotic, and it's been super bad for everybody in that community, and it's been super bad for me because nobody knew, guys. Nobody knew that Mixer was going to shut down. They just announced it via Twitter and gave everybody a 1-month notice. And by nobody, none of the partners, none of the Mixer streamers, none of those guys that have hundreds of thousands of followers and thousands of viewers every night. Now, Ninja, Shroud, and Goliathan, they knew. That's the only 3 people on the whole platform that knew, the biggest money makers. Literally nobody else had a clue, myself included. And what's even crazier than that is that the staff didn't even know. Mixer staff, Mixer employees, Mixer program managers and developers and web app guys, they had no idea. They woke up and just found out they're going to be out of a job in a month. Now, my contract can carry over to Facebook because they agreed to buy it, but maybe not. We'll talk about that in a minute. But these other people, these actual Mixer employees that literally work at the company and should have been privy to these kind of decisions, didn't get any heads up. They just got totally screwed, which I think is just a terrible thing. That's one terrible thing on top of another. I hope you guys don't mind the slightly ranty format of this video because I don't have a script or anything. I woke up, I worked out super hard today because I was angry about all this, and now I'm just kind of talking about how I feel and think. But the Mixer party was ending a couple of days ago because of the gamer, I'm going to call it the gamer Me Too movement, or is it Say No to Rage? I forget, I'm not sure what the hashtag is on this one, but there's been a lot of female streamers and content creators that have been outing sexual predators, perverts, and honestly rapists on Twitter and other platforms. And Mixer was pretty rife with it. There were quite a few Mixer partners that were getting outed as sexual predators, for lack of a better word. And then there was a Mixer employee who outed the company for being racist. They hired him as one of a very few black employees for being street smart, which means diversity hire. And I don't think he particularly liked that, but a job is a job. And he went to one of his first meetings, and one of the bosses at Mixer, one of the higher level guys, is talking about how we manage streamers and contracts. And they were talking about well, these guys, they're not like your employees. They're not like your friends or family. They work for you, but they have to. They subsist on you. Without your platform, they don't exist. So I like to think of them as slaves. And I'm reading this tweet, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? And the boss goes on to talk about how it's best to think about your streamers as slaves and us as being the slave masters that puts them to work to kind of enrich ourselves or whatever. And him being the only black guy in the meeting, he said it was very uncomfortable and he didn't like it. Actually led to him quitting eventually. But I can just imagine him just sitting there sweating oh my God, this is bad. I can't believe they're saying this. So Mixer was taking L after L after L. They had this whole weird boss slavery thing, and then they're getting a lot of their top partners hammered in the Gamer Me Too movement. And then out of nowhere, out of all of this giant nasty mess where people were quitting Mixer to go protest stream on Twitch because of how they were handling it, all of a sudden it's Facebook now. We've sold to Facebook, and just everybody got screwed. All of the partners on Mixer are getting screwed, and you'll say, well, the contracts are transferring. They'll be Facebook partners now. Won't that be great? Because then you'll be also a partner in a bigger platform, a bigger ecosystem. But the followers don't transfer. There's no technology integration here. There's no like swap your Mixer account to a Facebook. There's no upgrade. And like if you're a Mixer user, you can't like upgrade your Mixer account to a Facebook account and it'll like follow over with all the subs and follows on your favorite streamers. There is none of that going on whatsoever. It's literally make a new account, start from 0 followers. That's it. There's no promotion, there's no nothing, and there's only 1 month before the platform shuts down. So I know people on this platform that are very successful. Mixer is a difficult platform. It's a small platform, but they've done really well. They've built up a huge audience. They go live for like 500, 1,000 viewers every night, getting a ton of subs. And I know that these newer influencers, because I'm like a dinosaur influencer now, I've been doing this for so long, they're finally getting consistent income. They're finally doing well for themselves. They're saying, you know what, maybe I'll move out of my little apartment and I'll buy a house and get a mortgage, or I'll actually buy a car that has a payment, and I'll start expanding my life because I'm finally successful on Mixer. And subscriptions for any type of streamer is one of the most consistent things you can get. So those are your consistent, like bare minimum monthly payments. And they got that up to a point where like, hey, I can change my standard of living for a little bit. And a lot of them signed up for houses and cars and stuff, not outrageous stuff. You know, it's easy to, kind of make fun of them for being rich, but a lot of them quite reasonable places to live. And all of a sudden they have to go back to 0 subs, 0 followers, 0 views, 0 anything, start over from scratch. So imagine having like 3, 4, 500,000 followers, being the absolute top of your platform, the king, the guy that comes in the room, everybody wants to talk to you, you get all the sponsored deals and everything, and you have to go back to actually 0, nada. That's brutal. That's damaging, and that's very hard, because in no uncertain terms, this whole influencer game, what I do on YouTube and Twitch and other places, there is a significant luck component to this. There is skill, there's talent, there's grinding, and then there's right place, right time, know the right person kind of luck, and it takes years. I did not get the following that I have here on YouTube or other places overnight. I've been doing this for a decade. Holy crap, I've been doing this for a decade, but it takes time. And what they've done is basically eroded 4 or 5 years off of the life of these people. Everything that they've built over the last 4 or 5 years just instantly went to 0, gone, and they got screwed. And I think that's super bad. But the problems, I won't say are worse. They're not worse, because thankfully I have YouTube and Twitter as backups. But my personal streaming problems got quite bad. So my contract is legally supposed to carry over to Facebook, and they have to honor it, but there's a little asterisk on that one for me. Some of you may remember about 2.5 or 3 years ago, I did a little YouTube video called Facebook Gaming is Evil. This was not long after the 2016 election and the Facebook data manipulation came out, and the micro-targeting and Cambridge Analytica and all that sort of stuff. So when I saw Facebook Gaming, I was terrified, because Facebook was for boomers and old people and stuff like that. And I saw Facebook Gaming, and the first thing I thought is, great, Facebook wants to get the youth back into their platform, and they're going to do it with gaming, and they're going to be just as irresponsible and harvest their data all wrong. So I made a whole video criticizing the whole platform and how they won't handle children's data appropriately at all. I knew that this would not go over well at Facebook Gaming, but I didn't know how poorly it would go down. So not only did I get banned from Facebook Gaming, I got banned from Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and also Oculus, of all things. So, and by banned, I don't mean that I can't use them. They do still let me make accounts and stream, but I am forever banned from any sort of legal partnership with these companies. I could never get a verified Instagram or Snapchat. I can never be a Twitch a Facebook streaming partner. I would always have to be unpartnered. I don't even know what the Oculus ban is all about, but I know that I'm no longer allowed to work on any of their promotional campaigns. Several people have told me that, which hasn't been very pleasant, because I love VR stuff. So, my big mouth got me in trouble. That happens sometimes. Kind of feel like a clown. That's frustrating. But I'm in this weird spot because my Mixer contract is legally supposed to be honored by Facebook. But because I have that little flag on my name or account or whatever, I don't know if they're going to do that. I haven't heard from them yet. I'm trying to reach out and negotiate all this to see if I can stream somewhere. Maybe they'll honor the contract, and then as soon as the minimum obligations are done, I'm back to forever banned. I don't really know. So why not go back to Twitch? Well, here's the problem with Twitch. 2.5 years ago, I got banned from Twitch when I went to Mixer. So I signed up for Twitch in 2011, maybe even 2010. I was one of their original couple hundred partners. I was never very successful. I didn't stream that often, but I was like very, very OG. So I had this contract that was non-exclusive. And exclusivity for streaming typically means that your live content can only be on one platform. It's exclusive to Twitch or exclusive to Facebook or Mixer. And I had this old Twitch contract that was non-exclusive, which was awesome because that let me also do Facebook and just kind of play with anything that I wanted. In 2015, they updated the subscriber agreement thing, and it just like popped up in my dashboard when it signed in. It's like, hey, new legal notification, agree to get, your subscriptions on, turned on, whatever. And I was like, sure, whatever, except I didn't really read it or think about it, which to be honest is very uncharacteristic of me. I'm usually the guy that reads the entire contract and goes through line by line and picks everything out. But for whatever reason, this one time I decided to skip it. It really bit me in the butt because that contract also made me Twitch exclusive, which was very loosely enforced until Mixer started poaching partners. Now, Mixer picked me up as an external partner, and I joined them because at the time I had major financial problems. And in no uncertain terms, the money that Mixer paid me helped keep me afloat and keep me making content to be here today. However, what happened is Twitch saw that acquisition and they saw me streaming on Mixer, and they noticed that was a violation of the 2015 updated contract. But there's a bigger problem with this. My Twitch account is so old that the email address that I used to create that account is like 30 years old now, maybe even older, and it's so dinosauric that I basically just use it as like a spam address. Like if I really need to use an address to sign up for something that I don't want to get the notifications for, I use that one. I don't have notifications for it. I check it once every 6 months if something slips through or whatever, right? So Twitch legal was very upset with me, and they started sending me emails telling me that I'm violating my contract, that I need to stop this, that I need to respond to them. But it went to the old email address. I didn't get a phone call or like a physical letter or anything, and I just had no idea. So Twitch legal thought that I ghosted them completely and ignored everything. I talked to Twitch. The only reason I even found this out is because I talked to Twitch about it again recently because I'm considering going back to streaming there. So as it is on Twitch, it's similar with Facebook. Because I did not honor the contract and because I did not honor or did not respond to the legal team, I was branded, I want to say the words was unreliable partner or unsignable, or it was basically a little legal notice where I can still stream on Twitch, yes, but the Twitch legal team said that they will never again enter into any sort of agreement with me and sign me, which of course means I can't be a partner on Twitch, which means I can't get subs or bits or any sort of revenue from it. Oh boy, that's great. The other choice that I've got is YouTube gaming, which for many years was super successful for me. I've had, I remember, especially during like the Black Ops days, I was getting like 3,500 viewers every stream. And I remember one stream I got up to almost, I think it was 23,000, which was just awesome. I mean, this is just insane numbers for that many years ago. However, they changed the algorithm and they killed the app and they did a whole bunch of things with it to where, in my opinion, it is extremely difficult to stream and upload content on the same channel because the streams affect all of your metrics differently. They affect your watch time, and especially click-through rates are very different on streams, your average watch percentage, and all sorts of really complicated stuff that, in my opinion, causes the algorithm to derank your channel. Now, I've talked to numerous YouTube employees about this, and they tell me that's not true. They say streaming is the best thing you can do for your YouTube channel, and if you stream, it'll be great and successful and all this kind of stuff. My personal experience, and the experience of quite a good number of my friends, is the opposite. But the YouTube algorithm is weird and it's finicky. There are people that stream and are incredibly successful on this platform. I just have no idea how, and I have no idea how to replicate it, and with no home gaming app anymore, there's no way to really tell that I'm streaming. The discoverability is rough. So, and my YouTube channel is doing great right now, so I'm happy with that. But what I don't want to do is risk the YouTube channel that's doing good by streaming on it and messing up all of my analytics. So my choices are to see if Facebook will partner me, and if so, if I can stay until the legal obligation, after the legal obligation is done. See if I can apologize to Twitch for not reading my contract and also having a junk email from my Twitch email account. I have no idea how that conversation is going to go. Or risk this channel by streaming on YouTube and doing God knows what to the algorithm. So because of this Mixer thing, I'm in a hard spot. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I don't know where I'm going to stream anymore. I love streaming. I don't think I'm a big streamer. I'm not a famous streamer. I'm not the mover and shaker, the ninja, the shroud. But streaming for me is a really great way to interact with my community. It helps me be a real person to you guys. It helps me really talk and interact with and know you instead of just being the informational guide person that you see all the time babbling about weapon stats. And it also helps keep me on track. It helps keep me working on things. It helps keep me focused. Most of the videos that you've seen on this channel are ones that I've created live on a stream. So I can kind of get the content and work through, and it's like, you know, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to stream for 3 or 4 hours today. That's my game time. I've got my objective, what I need to film and accomplish. And that system has worked out incredibly well for me. But if I can't stream, that's going to kill my motivation, and I don't know what kind of content I'm going to make. Or if I do stream somewhere that's harmful, like YouTube, that could be counterproductive. So to be perfectly honest with you guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm really I feel like I've burned every bridge. I burned my bridges at Facebook. I burned my bridges at Twitch. I've burned my bridges at YouTube. I'm like a bridge burning champion here, and I do not know where I'm going to go or what the future holds. But I'm going to reach out to all of these parties earnestly. And I'm going to talk to them about their mistakes and my mistakes. In this case, it's going to be significantly more heavy the mistakes on my end, because I screwed up a lot in a lot of places. And hopefully at some point in the future, I will find a new streaming home that you guys can come hang out with me on and see sort of the real me and less the guide maker me. For now, that's going to be Twitch. Mixer is basically already dead. I can't partner on Twitch, but I can still stream there. I think I'm going to try for affiliate, because I don't even know if I have to sign a contract to be an affiliate, which is technically illegal. So for tonight or tomorrow, for the next couple of weeks, you're probably going to see me streaming on Twitch and maybe playing around on YouTube a little bit until I can find my new streaming home. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something useful, and I don't know what it could be. It's mostly just me talking about the problems in my life and how other Mixer streamers got screwed. But if something about this helped you, then don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.